Welcome. This is the first in a series of videos presented by C-19 registration. We're going to take a look at some of the new information that's coming out regarding how to prepare to open your business or how to continue to stay open as the pandemic tends to surge. In particular, things that you might be able to do in order to keep your employees safe. Some of these practices are things that we're actually doing in our company, and so these are pretty good. We think they seem to be working for us, so we're hoping we could share them and share these practices and the source of them. My name's Sydney. I'm here with C-19 registration, so let me just go ahead and start going through these. The first one we want to talk about today is specifically from the CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So this particular series of recommendations is pretty involved, but it really kind of outlines specifically kind of things related to HR policies. So even if you're a small company, having an HR policy, even some basic things, can be a great way to kind of work with your employees. Even if your employees are your friends, it's good to have some sort of agreed upon policies you can all work with. But the most important thing we want to talk about for this podcast, this video, is specifically around how to keep your employees safe. So top 10 tips to protect your employees' health. So they list 10 specific things. One is obviously actively encouraging sick employees to stay home. That's an important one. Second one is developing other flexible policies for scheduling and telework. So if you're a hair salon, telework is probably not going to work. If you are a small marketing firm doing digital marketing, that could work. So those are the kind of things that they're thinking about here. A third one is promoting etiquette for coughing, sneezing, and hand washing. Every business is different. Each business has a different culture, a different approach to things. But to encourage these kind of additional kind of practices can continue to keep your business open and keep your employees safe. Perform routine environmental cleaning. So this is pretty simple. This really is around specifically just cleaning the environment, making sure that the knobs on doors are disinfected, maybe every couple hours, maybe every hour. Discouraging sharing tools. Some people work in a lot of environments, for example, automotive repair or repair of automated wheelchairs, for example, where there's a lot going on, a lot of work going on, but sharing tools in those situations can actually be something that would actually spread more COVID-19. Provide education and training materials. So we found in our business that education training materials are very, very important. And so we would recommend using those, helping to spread those within the organization so people can see them and be reminded, if nothing else, by the repetition of what some of the important things are to do to stay healthy and stay safe. Have conversation with employees about their concerns. Always good to talk about this, even if you're working with a group of friends. Talk about some of the reasons why you might have some of the policies that you have, or what are some things to consider based on the kind of customers you have. If you have a hair salon, maybe if you have older customers, you need to think about how you might deal with them, how you might make sure the facility is safe for them. You want to talk about companies that provide your businesses with contract or temporary employees, about their plans. This is a really important one. A lot of times in the gig economy, we will go out and bring in people, but we want to make sure that they're being treated properly as well, and that they have safe sick policies as well. Plan to implement practices to minimize face-to-face contact. So minimizing that intermediate contact. What some businesses have done is, even if they have to be in the facility, if they have meetings, they do them remotely using GoToMeeting, WebEx, Zoom, Google, all the different ones, Teams, for example, are great tools, even within the facility, so you just kind of really limit that face-to-face. Consider the need for travel. So a lot of sales people are kind of grounded now, although that's improving, obviously, because airplanes tend to be safer. However, considering how you might reduce that, how you might use other tools to travel might be a good way to go in the age of coronavirus to keep the facility, keep your employees safe. And of course, last but not least, if somebody's sick while at work, they should be separated from other employees and then quarantined. They should go home safely. There's a final thing that's not mentioned here, but CDC does mention it. It has to do with employee self-screening. So employee self-screening is an important piece because it allows employees to really think about, are they in fact infected? Could they in fact be a risk for COVID-19? One of the products that one of the tools we've developed is a system specifically designed to allow for that. We'd recommend using it. We do. So we drink our own Kool-Aid on this, and it works very effectively for employees to go ahead and self-certify themselves. And it does a few things. One is it allows easy communication of new health and safety protocols at your company. It allows for a daily electronic screening. In our company, what we do is we actually fill this out ahead of time before going into the office. And then there's a fully customizable dashboard. So users, administrators, whoever that might be, the business owner, they can go ahead and just be able to see what's going on. And it allows for full reporting as well. Again, you may not have an HR department, but this allows you to have a record for contact tracing of who is out, who might be sick, that kind of thing. You're going to know anyway, they're going to call you. But this kind of thing can be really useful. So we'd recommend it. We use it every day, and we think it's a pretty useful tool. But that's what we have for today. Again, top 10 tips to protect employees' health. If you go to our blog right here, which is blog.c19registration.com, we'll put that on the screen. You'll be able to go there, see the article, get to the links, and also be able to see the C-19 registration system. Stay safe, everybody.